Hello, welcome to MREA Moment, video number 3, the 3 L's, Leads, Listings, and Leverage. I'm Ben Fairfield, and today we're going to be covering pages 40 through 44 out of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So the first L of the 3 L's we're going to talk about today is the foundational component of any successful real estate business, and that's leads. We all need leads. Until we have enough leads to meet or exceed our goals, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter how creative you want to get, it doesn't matter what your logo looks like, it doesn't matter anything else. Until you are bringing in enough leads to meet or exceed your goals, nothing else matters. So leads are absolutely the foundational piece of the model set forth in MREA. This is the absolute most important thing you have to focus on. Until you have enough leads, nothing else matters. There are two parts to the real estate job. The first one is lead generation. The second one is all of the other stuff. The second one is the dealing with the customers, writing the contracts. But if we don't have enough leads, we never get to the second part of this job. We never get to writing contracts. We never get to the listing presentations. We never get to any of the other stuff unless we have enough leads. So the second L we're going to talk about are listings. Now notice it does not say buyers, it says listings. You've all heard the list to last theory. Listings are absolutely the gift of the real estate gods to you as an agent. We have to have listings, and here's why. Here's what the authors say. Listings are the high leverage, maximum earning opportunity in our industry. They allow us the best opportunity for leverage to get us or yield us the highest income opportunity in this business. Listings are important. Now you're going to hear a lot of agents say, I'm just starting in this business, I'm going to focus on the buyers. The wrong part about that is you're not going to generate enough leads working with buyers. Listings generate leads. Let's talk about that. Here's where the author's going to say on page 41. I want to hit this point. Conventionally, your income from having a listing sell is no different than closing on a similarly priced home for a buyer. So essentially what they're saying is you make the same amount of money whether you're the list agent or you're the buyer agent. Which one takes more time? Being a buyer agent, you become a tour guide. There's more time in the process. You drive people around. You're showing multiple homes. You're walking through the process of writing offers. Whereas if you're getting paid the same to be the list agent, someone else is being the buyer's agent for you. So they go on to say on page 42, with the right approach over time, most agents should be able to close 2 to 3 listings in the time it would take an average agent to close one buyer lead or one buyer client. Think about that. You can close 2 to 3 times the amount of business that you could listing-wise as you can closing one buyer piece of business. This is where the leverage is going to come in a second, but I want you to look with me on page 42. So from the very start, by concentrating on listings first and foremost, you could potentially double or triple your income on the same amount of time. Now that's important. If that doesn't resonate with you, I don't know what will. So this is why you're going to see in this book and in every piece of training from Keller Williams, you're going to see the emphasis is on listings because listings allow you the most leverage. So the third and final of the 3 L's is leverage. And we just talked about listings being the key to leverage. Leverage to you as an agent means a lot of things, but most importantly, it means doing more with less. Or in the case of listings, doing more business in the same amount of time. So if you have a choice, if you're an agent, you have the choice of either working buyer leads and chasing buyer leads and being a tour guide and getting people in the car, writing multiple offers and showing multiple properties, or using the leverage theory, the third L of the 3 L's in the MREA book, to leverage your time and resources to be the listing agent and let all of the other agents in your MLS be the buyer's agent to sell that listing. So the choice is yours. Leverage is absolutely crucial. Listings are the path to leverage, and it all starts with generating leads. So Lori, take us through how the 3 L's have really impacted you and how important they are to you in your business.
So let's start with leads. You know, it's been very interesting because the one thing I've always known is that you have to have leads. That's a no-brainer for me. Even when I had my catering company before, we understood that we had to generate lots of leads to get business, and we did that and had no problem with that. And it wasn't until this last year, really, over here at Keller Williams, that I got a little bit sidetracked. Never stopped lead generating. I've always been a great lead generator. But I got sidetracked in the what to generate leads for. I got stuck in the Craigslist trap a little bit and got a little caught up in the competitions that are out there on the web. How many leads can we generate in a month? Let's see who can generate the most leads. And it wasn't until after a few months of that I realized how ridiculously silly that really was, because generating massive volume of leads, although yes, having lots of leads is a huge value, it wasn't really the right kind of leads that I should have been focused on generating, which is listings. It's always listings, which brings me to the other part of the triangle, listings. And we've heard it all before, that listings, we must list to exist, and I believe that to be completely true. And if we have listings, we automatically have buyers. What I've actually done now is I've shifted over to really focusing on just generating listing leads. And then I have somebody on my team that does generate buyer leads, but they're focused on generating buyer leads that our listings are not automatically bringing in. For example, I'm in Las Vegas. We have a whole lot of listings in the $100,000 price range. And I want to get up in the 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, etc., etc. And the only way I can do that, since I don't have listings, very many listings in that price range, I have to market for neighborhoods, community areas, school zones that are around those higher price ranges to generate those. So now we are only focused on generating leads for listings and generating buyer leads for higher price ranges than what our listings are naturally bringing us. And that brings me then to leverage. The beautiful thing is, if we have leads and we have listings, then we have the power to leverage. And, you know, I'm really focusing on leverage here for my team. I have a buyer's team, and then I also have leveraged out the listing piece as well on my team. So I do have a listing team basically that generates listings. MREA tells us that a regular agent could bring in 15 to 25 listings per month. I agree with that completely, and have done that and more in a month. Right now, our inventory is limited in Las Vegas, so we're having to go way above and beyond to generate more listings. We're having to do things that we never would have thought we'd have to do, like cold calling and door knocking and geographic farming and some of those things to try to get our inventory up. And we're working really hard on referrals as well. But leverage for me is a huge part of the game. I'm sitting here, I have my MREA book actually right in front of me, as you can see. And I'm looking at the leverage pieces. My favorite thing about what it says here is that leverage answers 3 important questions. Who is going to do it? How are they going to do it? And what will they do it with? The answer is people, systems, and tools. And my lead generation efforts now, my personal lead generation efforts, although I have a team that is working to generate leads for listing and buyers, mine is now for leverage. I now lead generate for talent. That's what I'm doing all the time now, is I'm focusing on the talent, what my team needs and how we're going to expand and what kind of talent I can put on the team. And then I'm letting that talent implement the systems and the other activities that we need for lead generation and managing our listings. So that is it for me today. That is my 2 cents on how I, as a mega agent, am using the leads, listings, leverage triangle. See you later.